Hello lovely souls, welcome back to the channel people. Time to do another collection update. Today you have some vinyl records to talk about. Yes, again, I have a bunch of them, well, like 5 or so. I thought, let's share them with you guys. So yeah, let's do that. I have got stuff from iMusic. I bought some stuff at Value World in Utrecht. And I bought a record online on Discogs from a Japanese seller who was willing to part with this fantastic record for a decent price, and as a record that is not a lot of talks about. So I thought let's do that, and it came in, and I was really stoked how it looked. It looked even better than it was advertised with on the thing. So that's awesome. So let's have a drink here as always, and let's do another video for you guys. First one up is actually a no-brainer, and I think that is a kind of a gap filler, an album that was actually not really needed, but it was really cheap in the iMusic sale, the summer sale, together with the other record I ordered. But this is an album I just wanted to add to the collection to fill a gap that is in there. It's a compilation album by Babymetal, 10 Babymetal years. It's not a really special thing. It's just a compilation of tracks from let's see, the first couple of albums, I think the first 3 albums or something. So yeah, it's in that way it's not really special. It looks easy, simply made. It's a gateful though, but not really using the space smartly, in my opinion. They could have made way more of it for 10, maybe some live pictures or whatever in this, or some pictures from the girls or more information. This is really cheaply done from the label to grab some quick cash from new Babymetal fans. Record is not really special. It's black vinyl, but it's really heavy one, so that's really good. Overall, of course, this has the regular bangers on here. You guys would respect from the band. Doki Doki Morning Headbanger, Chimadamazatai, Megasunich, Gimme Chocolate, Road of Resistance, Karate. Papaya is on here. The regular suspects you would have expect from the bands. The first 3 albums, and they just took the most well-known songs. Yeah, I can understand that, but if you ask me, this was a really cheap option, and this is not a record I would pay 40 or 50 bucks for. I got this for, like, if I can't remember, even really cheap actually, for compared to what it goes for normally. So yeah, this was a really good sale grab, and this was around the period the Babymetal to a two-piece just after Youri left the band actually, before the 4th album came out, the other one. So it was a really easy grab for the band, and nonetheless I'm still happy to have it though. It's really nice to, if you want to hear some tracks from every one of the first 3 albums, and you don't feel the need to spill them all 3, this really comes in handy. But it's not the most thing that it's nice if you're new to Babymetal. It's nice one to get into them, but it's not really something I think you have to pay full price for. So I didn't. I just bought in the sale. Otherwise, you just would a cheap CD copy for in the car or something. Maybe you're gonna do that someday, but this is just a gap filler. Let's put it that way. But still happy to have it though. Fits nicely in my collection of Babymetal records. Next one up is also from that sale. This is the self-titled album from Erra. Erra is a metalcore band from the United States, but really good stuff, guys. I was not super familiar with them. I heard a couple of tracks back in the day, I think, on Rachel Reacts, I think, and I really enjoyed the band. The band is it's metalcore, but it has progressive elements to it. There's some time significant changes and some lead guitar work that's really nice. And it's made it a bit different than a standard metalcore band. It goes a bit further. Not expecting whole weird things or something. It's just in a progressive way like that. You know, they do sort of a lot of melody in the guitar work and stuff like that. Um, yeah, you met the vocals are straight up metalcore vocals, so that's not really a surprise or something. So it definitely comes from the guitar work and how the songs are performed. That gets that melodic, progressive edge to it. Although it's a really nice release, I really enjoyed it. I think the band's fourth album, I think, from 2021. They have released another one after this, 2 years ago. And probably they will release a new one soon or something. I don't know, but we'll see if I'm gonna grab it. But here's the track list, people with the tracks. And the album artwork is really interesting. Kind of weird, but I kind of like it somehow. And let's get into what's inside here. And it comes with an inner sheet here. And there is, of course, the record itself. And it's a really nice color pressing. This is a nice snow white, opaque white colored variant. It's really nice. There were a couple of other variants as well, but I just really like this one, so I grabbed this one from the sale there. I think we paid 15 or 16 euros for this, so this is what really expensive to grab, and it's a nice band. I really enjoy it, so why the fuck not, you know. Erra, it's a band that yeah, has to grow on me, but it's really good stuff. So if you like your progressiveness and your metalcore, take a chance on this one. If you dare, a really nice band. Go check them out. Then two records. And bought in Utrecht at Varia World. Bought also a couple of CDs there, but that will be in a CD update. You know, I was browsing CDs, picked a couple of out. I was browsing new metal records, but I didn't feel like picking something up from that. The prices were not my cup of tea, and the records that were in there, I thought, not really something I need in my collection. So so I went downstairs. You have a real big basement with second-hand records, and in my opinion, there was a lot of junk in there. In my opinion, I saw stuff and think, what? You know, also second-hand CDs. I thought, man, there's stuff in there that you probably never will sell something. Just, you know, give it away or something. There was some records that were really nice in other genres that I thought, well, that could be worth something. But there was a lot of junk in there. But there was one section though that was really decent, that has some jazz, some blues, some classic rock and things like that. That was pretty decent for second-hand records. But let's browse. The other sides I was not really interested in. That side was pretty interesting, and I found, you know, a small section of second-hand hard rock and metal records, stuff like that. I thought, hey, this is the part I have to look through, and I'm glad I did, because I found an album from Erra there. There's one I didn't have yet. This is her self-titled album from 1987, and this will be the fourth album I have from her, I think. Yeah, classic 80s hard rock, end of the 80s sounding hard rock. It's, yeah, it has a keyboard edge to it. It's kind of a AOR-ish hard rock. So, you know, soft rock I don't want to call it, but it's really good stuff. The voice is good, I already liked her, but she moved definitely away a bit from the heavy metal sound to more hard rock sound with a lot of those female heavy metal singers did also in Japan, and you know, this is no different. It's just following the trend that was going on music wise. But otherwise, there's pretty decent songs on here, and I really enjoyed it. So, really glad to have this in my collection. Here's a track listing, and here's a picture from her front cover here. And see if there's more into this. I think there is. Yes, the original inner sleeve was also in there, so that's nice with the lyrics and pictures from the band members. And this just going, of course, on black vinyl. You don't have to tell that, of course. On the Virgin 10 label. So that's nice. So I'm really happy to grab this, and for a decent price as well. I had this Discogs in one of my baskets from a user from the Netherlands, but yeah, found it there in the wild. Didn't need to pull the trigger there on Discogs. So it's happy to find this, and it's a really good condition. The record looks nice. The sleeve wasn't looking too bad, and I thought, you know, let's grab this. It's really nice, if I can bet. So yeah, happy to have this Lee Aaron self-titled album. And I found another record. I was really surprised to find that one. I was browsing through that to the bins, and at a certain point I came across some Japanese heavy metal. I thought, hey, what else going on? Bow Wow album, and another Bow Wow album, and a Bow Wow album, and a Bow Wow album. It were all albums I already have, but it was interesting to came across it. I think if you go there, they probably still will be there in the cellar. Go look for them if you want to have them. But I also found this one, and this one is also one I wanted to have for a longer time. This is a band called Eastern Orbit, and this is the live album, Journey to Utopia, Eastern Orbit live. And if you're not familiar, this is yeah, heavy metal from Japan. This is a bit hard rock heavy metal sounding, in my opinion. Definitely has some Deep Purple influences and things like that. But this band came forth from the band called Heavy Metal Army, and that's a really good heavy metal band from Japan. Released one album in 1981. It's an album still I want to have, but I gotta pay off for a bit, and probably will have to grab from someone in Japan. But they continued on this name, a bit more hard rock influences. So, but it's kind of cool to see this live album, because there's also a song from that old period on here. Heavy Metal Army is on here. That title track, fantastic song to start a concert with, definitely heavy metal sounding. Under this name they released 2 studio albums, I think, and this live album, and then it was also calling it quits. But this one is really nice condition, as you guys can see. Straight edges, nice, not too dirty, really good condition. Of course, the hardstock paper. Really good live album. I'm happy to have this one, because this was in good condition, and you know, I really enjoyed this, listening to this. So original in the sleeve here with the lyrics and Japanese writing, of course. Awesome people. Good to have. And this is in Japanese pressing, of course. You guys probably noticed it has the Hive sticker also still on the sleeve. I don't know if this came with an OB or not, but it's not on here. And this one is on the Nexus label, of course. What else? There were a couple of labels back in the day that released a lot of kind of stuff. Invitation, Nexus, King Records, and there was East World, has a lot of that kind of stuff. You know, those kind of labels listen a lot of that old heavy metal stuff there. But it's awesome to find this in the wild, because this is one that you don't see a lot of times in the Netherlands. Most of the time, if you find heavy metal records from Japan in a regular store, not the really specialized in world music, heavy metal, all Eastern music, you know. There are a couple of shops in Japan, in Amsterdam, that I want to visit, but probably might have the kind of stuff as well. I'll see, but but most of the time you see earthquake, loudness, you know, bow wow, that kind of stuff. But I wasn't expecting this one, and it's in Japanese press as well. The bands I mentioned have also European presses, so most of the time if you come across stuff like that, it are those bands and not this one. So I was really happy to find this. And Heavy Metal Army, definitely check that track out, people, if you haven't heard it. Good album. And I was really happy to score this. Eastern Orbit, Journey to Utopia, Eastern Orbit live. Released in 1984 or 5, I think, something like that. It was 83, I don't know, maybe. It doesn't exactly stay, it says something, but I can't read it. But somewhere in that era, and this is the last thing this band did actually under this name. I don't know if there's something else came from that, but this is the last thing they did. It's a phenomenal recording, good live sounding record, and yeah, happy to have this one. So I'm really happy and stoked to find that in the wild, people. Sometimes you find still some gems. And the last one I ordered on Discogs is an album that I want to have, and thanks to Nathan. It was Nathan the probably JJ Tokyo, great channel. Guy lives in Japan and talks a lot of hard rock, heavy metal, but also some Japanese music, and a lot of time hard rock, heavy metal from that 80s period. And he shows a lot of great stuff, people. Go check out his channel. I might leave a link to him, so very worth checking out, and the channel that needs more attention. Anyways, this is a singer that only did this album and one collaboration album, different kind of artist, kind of soundtracky thingy, and a couple of bunch of singles. But this is the only studio album she did, and I think she's after that she went more the voice actress route under the Yukari Ishika name or something like that. I'm talking about Youri Sugimoto, and this is Dynamite from 1984, the only album she did actually as a solo singer. Hard rock, you wouldn't expect it, but it's hard rock, people. Awesome, fantastic, complete nice edition with Obi and everything, great straight corners, good looking cover. Yeah, fantastic. I like her voice as well. It definitely has a little edge to it, which I like. And it's a great album. Just listen to the track Medusa. It's a fantastic song, for example, the opening track. But overall, it's a really nice, joyful album, great hard rock stuff. And if you look at the face, you wouldn't expect it would be this heavy, but it is. But fantastic stuff, people. It came with everything in here, even the insert is in here. So we have the lyrics and another picture of Youri Sugimoto. And this came on the Japan record. So really nice label. I really like this label, how it looks. Awesome stuff, people. Really good condition. It says VG Plus, but it's definitely, in my opinion, it is more than VG Plus. Sorry, maybe VG Plus or something. It looks awesome, and the sleeve as well, guys. Almost near mint, you know. Fantastic. Nothing wrong with this. Looking vinyl wise and sleeve wise, sounds great. It's a phenomenal pickup, and I'm really happy I bought this and could score a great deal on this. So yeah, fantastic find this. I'm really happy with this. Yeah, I'm really happy I can add this to the collection. So Youri Sugimoto with Dynamite, awesome. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Of course, I will name the albums in the description as always. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please let me know your thoughts, and hope to see you guys back soon with another update. Thanks for watching.